You thought that was slow and wordy? Let's go. We got the rules screen. We got some more information here. Why did I decide to limit the map pool and at the same time include mega random maps? Hey, mega random was voted in, so what can I say? Yeah, this whole stream is essentially a PowerPoint. You really caught me there. You nailed it on the head. We'll get through this. General info. It's 1v1, obviously. Brackets for both Age of Empires 2 and 4. Some people have entered both. We seeded it independently with 2 judges. You can read all this. The King of the Losers bracket I've mentioned. That's going to be reseeded based on game wins and performance and losses in the main bracket. Something we haven't mentioned yet is the planned 2v2v2v2. Is that 4 twos?
Yes,
show
that's correct.
match. Yeah, because that's as many people as can fit in an Age of Empires lobby in both 4 and 2 for each game. I think we have too many people to do singles for either game. I'm not sure. So we're going to have to do multiple 2v2v2v2s and then just take the 4 highest scoring teams and have them pit off against each other after that. And that has its own $40 prize, which we'll get to, for each game, H2 and 4. And, scheduling issues, if it's a problem, then you're just going to get disqualified based on my decision. In-game settings, I'm actually going to skip most of this. You can take a screenshot, I guess, or let me know in the chat if you really want me to go over it. This is posted in the AoE 2 and AoE 4 pre-game info channels and the lobby settings channels in the Discord. Go over it. First game, map selection. Copy that, moderator. Higher seed bans 2 maps, then lower seed selects which map to play. Second game, game 1 winner bans 2 maps, then lower seed selects which map to play. That's pretty self-explanatory. We start off with the higher seed getting the ban slot, and then the winner of the first game, and then third game, game 2 winner bans 2 maps, the loser selects a map to play. One thing to keep note of: maps are not available again in a set after it has been played or banned. So if somebody bans Black Forest, you're not going to be able to play Black Forest in that set, in that match of 3 games. So, sorry about that. Similarly, if you play Black Forest, that's the only time in the match you're going to be able to play it. So this is kind of just to prevent like cheesy strategies where somebody picks one map and has like a broken way to win on that map specifically.
So I'm looking at this route. There's going to be 3 games per round. Am I seeing that right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's.
It's
best. Am I assuming it's going to be a best of 3 then? I guess I didn't notice that.
I didn't make it in here. I may have just blown past it.
Yes. I guess I figured it was just going to be a one and done, and then.
Yeah. So I guess I need to be a little bit more clear on that. You're right. Every one of these in the bracket is 3 games, or a best of 3. So if somebody wins twice in a row, it's over. You're also allowed, to just forfeit if you don't want to play 3 games in a row and you lose one. You're like, okay, I'm just getting dumpstered. I don't want to play again. But, you could also just play for the experience, and it'll be streamed if you do.
Yeah.
So, yes, best of 3. It's going to be a little bit more representative of players' skills. It's going to have to, force you to be a little bit more varied in your play styles, I think. It's going to be interesting. So, yeah, civ selection is similar to that. Higher seed bans 3 civs, then lower seed bans 3 civs. And then you pick your civ in game, and it can't be any of those 6. Your failure will be streamed, indeed. Yeah, Team FF at 15. Where are you at? Are you in the chat? That's a team name from a couple years ago. So, civ selection is a little bit complicated. This all, by the way, map selection, civ selection, is happening in your dedicated match Discord channel that I pinged you in already. If you're in round 1, I will make it and ping you if as we go along. Koala has the power here. That's something to be afraid of. Second game. Game 1 winner bans 3 civs. Game 1 loser bans 3 civs. We're doing it in this order and not simultaneously because the technology just isn't there. And I'm not going to sit here and get DM'd for every single game. So this is all just going to happen in the chat, in the specific match thread, channel. Third game, you know, this makes sense. You don't say which civ you're using ever. If you see on the right side, in AoE2, if you want to do a multiplayer game, you have to create a lobby, and that's the screen, create lobby screen that shows up when you do. There's a checkbox that says hide civilization, so you're going to check that, and then you're going to find out what civ your enemy is playing. I don't remember if it's in the loading screen of the game or if when you get in the game, basically. So you're not going to know until you're playing. If it matters to you, like what civs are. Some people, they just don't care. They just say, I'm just gonna make it work. Players can only ban. Okay, so this also interesting mechanic of the ban situation. You can only ban each civ 1 time per set. You yourself can only ban each civ 1 time per set. That means that if you are really good with one civilization, if you're a one trick, you're gonna be allowed to play it at least 2 games out of the 3. So, you know, that's kind of, it's a little bit more forgiving, and it lets, you know, you're not just gonna have to be good at the entire game in order to do well, but you're gonna have to have a little bit of variation. You're not just gonna use the same strat 3 games in a row. We got a Prime Subber. Thank you, Arduous ____. I think that's 3 underscores. Appreciate it, man. Next thing here, when a civ is banned, it cannot be used by either player in the upcoming game. Yes, indeed. Either player. So if you ban something, you can't play it either. Players may use the same civ as many times as they want. Players may pass on this process if they want to. So any of this stuff, you can just say, pass, I don't care, I just want to play the game, and just do it. The only thing aside from that is if you have to pick the map, somebody's got to pick the map. Also with Age 2, you're going to have to submit the .aoe2 record file, which you can find, you can Google it, I'll let you know, I'll help you in the DMs if you need it, of that game, or else it won't count for each game, or else we're not going to be able to watch it on stream. And the way to do that is in the server-info channel. There's a link there on the bottom of that message, of the last message there, of where on Google Drive to upload that to. AoE4, similar. This is so similar, in fact, that I'm going to skip most of it. The only thing is you're banning 1 map here, and you're banning 1 civ because it has less variation and a little bit less, just less civs and maps overall. So we don't want to like block the entire thing out. Slightly chewy. You can do this yourself. Okay, yeah, and also, yeah, you can just pass on all that if you really want to. This stuff, again, is all in the AoE4- pregame info and lobby settings channels in the Discord. There's a lot of information on that Discord server. I hope it's clear enough. I don't know. Just look through it if you got some free time. I know I put a lot of words on there. Okay, now this is something exciting. We got the prize pool, which is $500, which I'm going to provide and guarantee that's what we're getting. That's the split on the table that I screenshotted from the Google Drive document. As you can see, Grand Champion is $70 for each game, which is $10 less than the winning Grand Champion prize last year. But there's a lot more spots that get prizes this year. Second place 50, third place 30, and then king of the losers, like we were saying. So if you lose out in the first 2 rounds, you're a noob, you think you're bad at the game, and you suck. As long as you make third place in the losers, essentially, bracket, you'll get $10. So good luck, have fun. It's worth playing for, I think. No matter what your skill level is. And there's the 2v2v2 show match. The winners get $40 to split between themselves.
Exciting.
For each game. Hopefully we'll be able to organize that without too much hassle. It's going to be a lot of people to get in the same lobby.
Yes.
Okay. Well, did I miss anything here? I think I may...
The documents are there.
There's a second screen. There's a second rules screen. There's the best of 3 thing, by the way. I just didn't get to.
I mean, I went over most of the rules. Documents are there for the participants to look over, to review themselves, that they should be doing.
Yeah, everything, by the way, everything is in server-info. I think all of the links that you need to play the game are there. Info sheet, live stream VODs, brackets, donate, predictions, AO2 record file folder. Alright.